Welcome back to the channel, champions of Azeroth. Come dive deeper into the lore with me. Let's see where we left off in Azeroth, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Hey guys, welcome back to Classic World of Warcraft, Mist of Pandaria. We're here in Orgrimmar with Steedle Dumb here. Starting off this series after we just finished the Wandering Isles, we're probably going to go into Northern Barrens. With the two choices I have is Northern Barrens and Najara. They both have extreme amount of quests. So what I think I'm going to do, instead of completing the whole zones, I think I'm going to be splitting them up. But even splitting them up into two parts, they're 35 to 50 quests apiece. So let's get into it and see how this goes. All able-bodied members of the HORDE are hereby ordered to report to Kargal Battlescar at Farwatch Post in the Northern Barrens. Your help is needed to secure the Northern Barrens against the encroaching Quillboar and Centaurs. To reach Farwatch Post, travel west across Durotar's South Fury watershed and cross the bridge into the Northern Barrens. Destiny calls. You look competent with a weapon or a spellbook. We could use your help in driving back the Quillboars in these parts. Help me, adventurer. Piggy men come burn stables. Fire, fire. Durok wails incoherently before you can settle him down. Wolf still chained inside. Someone's got to save the wee wolves. You saved the wolves? So brave. Someday, maybe you get a wolf just like that to ride. Durok looks at the burning stables, then at the Nurbau River. What should I do now? All the Quillboars are enemies, adventurer. Some just prove to be more of a nuisance than others. The Razormane tribe has been attacking our supply caravans that roll through here from Orgrimmar. I have scouts seeking the leader of these raids, but until then, any losses you can inflict on the filthy pig men would aid us. Start just south of here, where they've been raiding our camps near the river. Seek them out and slay them. You have done well, adventurer. Those insolent Quillboars will finally learn that the might of the HORDE is not to be ignored. Are you familiar with planestriders? Useless animals, can't fly, gamey, brain the size of my knuckle, too dim to get out of the way of a moving cart. I've broken more axles thanks to their thick skulls. Sometimes I think the Quillboar intentionally frighten flocks of them into the path of our caravans just prior to an ambush. Make me proud, monk. Cut a swath through those filthy birds to keep the roads free, and bring me their beaks as proof. Very good, adventurer. That's one less thing to worry about on the road. Whatever has happened in the Southern Barrens is causing some of the Quillboar tribes to flee our direction. The displaced Razormane in particular grow desperate, and their attacks grow bolder. I've lost 2 caravans this week alone. Our warriors at the crossroads desperately need these supplies, and I'm not about to let the Quillboar grow fat off of their misdeeds. Find the missing supply crates and bring them to me. I would search the Quillboar's hovel south of here along the river. Ha ha ha, thank you, adventurer. This will help us greatly. I'll get these supplies packed up on their way to the crossroads immediately. Pigmen running amok right on the border of Durotar. Not on my watch. It is as they say, adventurer, the best defense is crushing all who oppose you. One of my scouts followed the Quillboar after the last caravan raid, so we know where to strike. Kiernig Snarlsnout is the mastermind behind the attacks along the river. Crush him, adventurer, defeat him, and disembowel his forces so that the attacks on this camp cease. Search for a Quillboar-infested cavern along the river, just south of the stables. Well done, adventurer. Without Kiernig to orchestrate the raids, my grunts should be able to keep Farwatch secure. Your people should be proud to count you among them. Helgra grins disarmingly, holding up an enormous firearm. Have you ever used one of these, adventurer? It's a beast. Hell with a hand grip. Too heavy to use on foot, but perfect when riding at the head of a caravan. My street sweeper. We need to get those supplies you've collected to the crossroads. And I expect trouble. I'd like you to ride shotgun, literally. Say the word when you're ready, and I'll put you at the head of our next caravan. You're a sight, adventurer. That's the first caravan to make it through this week. They came out of nowhere, adventurer. Quillboar from horizon to horizon, spines and snouts and teeth. We fall back to the farm, but they kept on coming. Our defenders have fallen in the field, and we've no signs of Farmer Roughton. I need you to go on the offensive for me. Hold these swine at bay while I defend the wounded until help arrives. I see you've left a string of corpses in your wake, adventurer. I couldn't have done better. The livestock may be lost, but the land remains ours. Thank you. It is our instinct to simply lash out at our attackers, but wisdom dictates another path. We should interrogate one of these Quillbore invaders and learn all we can. Take this net, adventurer, and ensnare a Quillbore pillager attacking our farm just west of here. Club the beast unconscious and bring him to me. Oh my, we want to question this Quillbore? Not tenderize him? I suppose he'll come around with some cold water to the face. What do you think he'll tell us? I'll secure him inside our livestock pen behind me here. I don't think he'll stay conscious long. Find out what you can about why the Quillbore are attacking our farms. I'll leave the interrogation methods up to your better judgment. Very interesting. Our brute here seems both enthralled and terrified of the one they call Tortusk. A powerful leader can inspire his peoples to acts of greatness or atrocities, but we orcs would know that more than the others. We should turn our attention to this Tortusk problem. Friend, if you are traveling south to Thornhill, I was wondering if you could locate one of our missing Kodos. Not every caravan has made it up the pass from the Far Watch post. Those Razormane brutes hijacked a pack animal yesterday morning. It may not still be alive, but if it is, we can't afford to lose more of our livestock. This poor, battered Kodo looks to be on the verge of death, but is still breathing. The Razormane haven't even plundered its cargo, yet if it could be revived, you may be able to save the entire shipment. In the wake of chaos down south, this Tortusk brute seems to have rallied all of the Razormane refugees to his banner. Under his leadership, he's turned them into more than brigades. There's no negotiating with this type. Tortusk must be destroyed. If our prisoner is to be believed, you'll find Tortusk southeast of here at a place called Thornhill. Search the bluffs where he has a commanding view of the road. Kill him, adventurer, and the immediate threat should cease. Ah, so Tortusk behaved as expected. Went right for your throat. It is good that he's dead. The Razormane Quillbore have been separated from their leadership in the southern Barrens, no doubt allowing an animal like him to come to power. Perhaps without his influence we can start a dialogue with the survivors, although the hotter heads may prevail. They murdered my wife, they burned my homestead. Since that awful night, I have traveled these lands, from the sun's rising till its decline, scouring the horizon for more of those monsters. I've killed every pigman I've come across since, but my thirst for their blood is far from quenched. You, adventurer, you could help me. Kill them. Kill as many as you can. Bring me their tusk, and we will celebrate their deaths together. Adventurer, you take my task seriously, and for that I thank you. Although my desire for revenge remains, I can at least smile seeing that the Quillbore have felt pain themselves. Kodos are resilient creatures. With some food, the big guy may come around. The Razormane have stolen plenty of grain from previous caravans. You can gather up stolen grain from the nearby camps. The Kodo is voracious. You might as well be pouring those sacks of grain into a hole. Already the animal is beginning to perk up. The great beast rises slowly to its feet, the loose barren soil spilling from its revitalized limbs. Intrinsically, it trudges back towards its home at Groldum Farm. You want to check in with Cranel Fist to make sure the Kodo made it. So that was your handiwork, adventurer? Yes, the missing Kodo arrived just minutes ago. It will take many nights to nurse the poor beast's wounds, but thanks to you, it's alive, and you saved a whole shipment. Please take your pick of the gear that the Kodo was carrying. Rocco hands you a familiar-looking shotgun. I took the liberty of cleaning up Helga's artillery for you. I'm sure I don't need to warn you about the kickback. Just ask me when you're ready to mount up for the crossroads. Thork is waiting for you there. Be sure not to give him any lip. Don't stop for nothing, adventurer, and if someone gets too close, just give him an old thump with butt end of your gun. Do us proud. It's about time we got some supplies through here. It's bad enough to be severed from Mulgore, but this city would fall apart if we lost our trade with Orgrimmar. If you want to really demonstrate your bravery to me, let me send you after something that really bites. The Savannah Huntresses of the Barrens are as sly as they come. Tough, resourceful, quick, and deadly. They've been hassling our scouts recently around the outskirts of the town, especially to the northeast. Be wary as you hunt them, adventurer, or you may find yourself no longer the predator, but instead the prey. Ah, I see you've been busy. I hope you learned a lot from this prey, adventurer. You'll need the strength and cunning of beasts like these to serve my beloved horde. If you wish to serve my beloved horde, you'll have to prove your strength to me, pup. You can cut your teeth by hunting zebra. They may not be the strongest of beasts in the Barrens, but stay clear of their kick or you'll regret it. Hunt the zebra to the north and south and collect their hooves. Bring them to me. Perhaps we'll next send you against something tougher. Not bad, adventurer. Those zebra hold a lot of strength in their legs. I've seen them knock even a torn on its haunches. It looks like you have some strength in you, too. The oasis of the Barrens hide a mystery. Life energy flows from their waters, invigorating the plants and beasts that drink it. Invigorating and altering. This is a mushroom that grows near the Forgotten Pools to the northwest. Its spores hold properties that we, the apothecaries of Lordaeron, find useful. Bring me these spores and you will earn our gratitude. Ah, yes, these are good specimens. Potent. I am forsaken. We honor our contracts. Here's your reward, adventurer. Have you felt the tremors, adventurer? Something has cleaved this land in two, but we druids can sense other tremors as well. Life is stirring in lands once dry and lifeless. The oases around the crossroads are suddenly blooming. I can sense a power leaking its way to the surface. But from where? Is it related to the disaster that shattered the Barrens? We must find the source. Travel to the Forgotten Pools northwest of the crossroads. Search its waters for a source of power. Then return here. You found a fissure in the earth with power emitting from it? Strange. Something is causing that oasis to bubble over suddenly with life. Come, adventurer, there is something else I'd like you to investigate with me. I was sent here to scout out the centaur activity. I've been tracking their every movement for days. It's time for me to sneak out, but they've got this oasis surrounded. You look like a dangerous one. Can you make a lot of noise for me? Stir 'em up and start killing indiscriminately. While they're looking out for you, I'll slip out, get my info to Regthar, Deathgate. Oh ho, that was beautiful. I probably shouldn't have stayed to watch now that they're looking for you. I'll slip quietly away in the dust of their aimless galloping. Be sure to look for my buds at the other pools. Boss has agents at every one. The centaurs have plagued the Tauren for years, and recently the Kolkar centaurs of the Barrens have grown into a real threat. Normally they were disorganized in these lands, but new leaders have risen among them, rallying them. To preserve our holdings here, these centaur leaders must be destroyed. Bring me the head of Barak Kodobane. He camps west of these Forgotten Pools. Defeat him, then return to me. Well done, adventurer. Kodobane is just one strand of a tangled thread. There are other Kolkar leaders to kill elsewhere in the Barrens. Seek out my companions at the other oases if you wish to press the assault. White Mist, or Iriaki in the Tauren tongue, is the king of the Savannah Cats. He hunts with such stealth. They say he's like a thin, white mist of the earth. He kills so fast his prey have no time for fear or pain. The Tauren say he is both mercy and death. Adventurer, I now set you on the path to the hunt Iriaki. His lair is just northwest of here, on the north side of a small mountain, among the bones of giant Kodo. Go, blow this horn when you reach his lair, blow the horn and he will come. You've beaten Iriaki, and though his days of hunting are over, his spirit is with you. He will show you the strength found in subtlety, and the honor in mercy. I understand you, adventurer. The Horde is fortunate to have you in its ranks. An explosion of life from barren soil. My companion, Jarek, has described similar events happening elsewhere in the Barrens. I shall have to see this for myself, but I cannot abandon my post. Here, adventurer, I will loan you my eyes. My eagle companion here has served me since I was named. Please, accompany him to Thunderhead Summit, where Jarek awaits, and we will investigate. To get to the peak, follow the road east out of the crossroads. Turn south when you reach a large stone scrawled with paintings. I'm glad that Tunga was able to witness the overgrowth firsthand. Words can't convey the scope of the damage. Did you bring his totem? I will return it to him when I am finished here. I've cultured these unusual spores you dug up with a most magnificent cocktail of reagents that I'm fond of. I am eager to see how my manipulated spores react to the waters of the crossroad oasis. The stagnant oasis to the southeast should provide us uncontaminated site for our experiment. Simply plant this culture in the moist soil anywhere near the oasis and document the results for me. Be sure to cover your mouth, adventurer. Hellbrim grins disarmingly. Explosive spore clouds? You don't say. Tell me more. Choking, stinging, burning of the eyes? Was there itching, nausea, mortification? Delightful. Delightful. You certainly earned your commission, adventurer. That skin rash of yours should pass in a day or two. Can what's happening to the south happen here? Judging by what you found at the Forgotten Pools, these oases may be the key. Let's perform an experiment. Here, take these seeds. I've collected them from the summit here. They are dead and infertile, but carry them down to the stagnant oasis just below us. If there's a fissure there, then place the seeds within it and observe. Report your findings back to Tunga at the crossroads. Your findings are amazing. Jarek was wise to send you there. We now know that whatever rests under these oases can create life from nothing. No doubt this is causing the havoc to the south, but my primary concern right now is preserving the balance up here. We must study this more. It will be important to study both plant and animal life impacted by the oasis, and the unusual energies you've discovered. The stagnant oasis below us is home to a species of snapjaw turtles. Recently, their population has exploded. Moreover, the once peaceful animals are growing aggressive, as I learned the hard way before trekking up here. Jarek holds up a bandaged finger. I suspected they've been altered by the oasis. Collect their shells and take them to Tunga at the crossroads for further study. Thank you, adventurer. Studying the beast of an area can tell much about the area itself. We shall see what tale these shells tell, and possibly unravel the mystery of what's happening in the Barrens. Please accept my gratitude for your aid, and perhaps you can use these coins. I find that I do not need them. We were sent here to track movements of the Kolkar centaur, but after a week of watching these dirty animals scamper all around this oasis, I'm itching to give my axe a taste of their necks. What do you say, adventurer? Want to cause a little havoc with me? Let's see if we can attract the attention of their strongest warrior, Kurok. Amon, why you have to go setting Gorgal off like that? Still, I can't argue with his results. We'll need to watch these animals closely to see what they do with Kurok out of the way. More watching and waiting. Gorgal won't like that. Regthar Deathgate sent me here to observe the centaur's activity, but the leader of this group is hard to pin down. I've discovered that his name is Verrog the Dervish, but his whereabouts are a mystery. Can you help me do some digging? I know that centaur intelligence sounds like an oxymoron, but their camps are often littered with important communication. Search the centaur tents all around the stagnant oasis here and bring me back some info. Good work, adventurer. Did you look through these? They're barely legible, more like angry graffiti than war plans. Hatred, jealousy, rage, personal conflicts. It's a wonder Verrog can keep these centaurs from killing each other, much less form them into an army. We can use this to our advantage. Verrog may be hard to find, but judging by the info you gathered, his mate Wynneth is always in his command tent just west of here. If we kill her, Verrog will come running. Regthar sent us here to scout, but he also said we should seize any opportunity to upset the centaur chain of command, if we can. Lure out Verrog and kill him. You did it? That'll really upset the balance of power down here. Verrog left no clear successor, so I expect this crew of brutes will fall on each other like hungry dogs. I'll stay here and keep an eye on what happens next. Verrog answered directly to the Kolkar chief. Killing him is a good start, but there's more work to be done. The hunt deepens, adventurer. Now you must find and defeat your prey within its lair. Hunt the sun-scaled raptors to the south, where they have built a warren amongst the hills just off the road. Slay them and remove the feathers they wear. Place the feathers on the sunscale raptor nest to show their brethren you do not fear them. Be cautious, adventurer. Raptors hunt in packs and will swarm you if you are not cautious. So you've been to the nest and placed the feathers of your prey within them? That took a fair portion of courage, no doubt about it. Do you feel a little tougher, adventurer? Because you look tougher now than when you first came here. I guess the Barrens is doing its job. Well, adventurer, I admit there's a place for you in my beloved horde. You've shown me strength, cunning, initiative. Even Thorak recently mentioned you by name, and neither of us are easily impressed. Well done. Now it's time to start pulling your weight. This week's payroll for the Crossroads guards has gone missing. Gazrog in Ratchet is heading up the investigation. Talk to him. Simply follow the road east of here to the coast. I was hoping for a squad of grunts, but if you've earned Surga's respect, I suppose you'll be more than enough. Let me explain what's happening here. Think of the possibilities, adventurer. Fast-growing fungal delivery agents for any matter of toxins. My companions in the Undercity will want to hear about this. Here are my notes and some additional samples. If we're fast, we can catch the next ship bound for the Eastern Kingdoms. Take the road east of here and follow it to the goblin town of Ratchet. Look for the Broken Keel Tavern toward the south side of town and deliver these to my associate, Sasha, within. Quiet, give me those notes. Were you followed here? Okay, guys, well, that's the end of this episode. We're here probably halfway through the Barrens, figuring out there's things going on under the ground, bringing new life, killing a bunch of things. Kind of the similar stuff as the old world one. Once you get to the crossroads, that is. Not too bad. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a big thumbs up down below. It helps out a ton. If there's anything I can do to make these videos more entertaining for you, leave them a comment down below. And I hope you guys are subbing so you guys get every notification of this blitzkrieg of content for you. Again, hope you enjoyed the video. Have a nice day. Peace.